Alright guys, MTech Guy here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at making some small touches to the M5 that are going to really freshen things up. Now this car right now, 17 years old. It originally came from Japan and it's been living in New Zealand for the last few years, so it's been subject to a reasonable amount of UV, and although the paint's in really good shape, actually could do with a bit of a polish, but it's looking pretty good for 17 years old. But the UV damage has really taken its toll on the emblems. Come and check it out. Got the lovely M5 badge at the rear here, but you can see the tricolour stripes there have really been hammered by the sun. It's looking really worn out. And if we take a look at the badge at the front here on the bonnet, you can see not only has it been hammered by the UV, also looks like someone's been giving it a good clean with a Scotch-Brite or something. It's looking pretty worn out. And of course the alloy wheel centre caps, in typical BMW fashion, have started to get all scabby around the edges there. That decal on there is starting to delaminate somewhat. These do start to look pretty nasty no matter what BMW model you've got after a number of years. Now although the rest of the car's in really good shape and these emblems are letting the side down somewhat, do you know what? There's something I just quite like about this wear on the emblems. I don't know what it is. You know, it kind of tells a story, this little bit of patina, if that's what you want to call it. It just shows the 17 years on the car. You know, it kind of tells a story, and I don't want to freshen things up too much to make it look like a brand new car, because that's not what it is. It's a car that gets used properly. Now I was really sitting on the fence whether to change these emblems out or not. Now if you're a follower of the channel, you will have seen a little while ago I put a community post out asking you guys what you guys reckon. Now there was a number of you guys that did get the whole patina thing. You know, it is kind of cool, but it was a resounding yes to get them changed out, so I took that advice on board from you guys. I think I'm in agreement with you guys, so today we're going to get these emblems changed out and we're going to get this car freshened up. Now the BMW badge on the boot here is looking in really good shape, so we're not going to mess with that today. We'll leave that as it is. So we're going to do the M5 badge on the rear here. We're going to do all four wheel centre caps and the nasty looking bonnet badge. Alright, so let's get into it. So I think we'll start off with the bonnet emblem first. Alright, so there's many different ways you can go about removing the badge on the front here. Now the main thing we want to be thinking about is we don't want to damage the paint around the edge here, so we're just going to be extremely careful going about removing this badge at the front. So there's generally three different ways I normally go about this. I've done this job heaps of times in the past, but I can never seem to remember which way I've done it previously. But anyhow, so the first way we can go about this is with a plastic pry tool, and to make sure we don't damage the paint whatsoever, we can lay a microfiber towel just next to the badge there, and we can use that to lever against with our plastic tool. Just be super careful when you sneak in the nose of the tool into the edge there. You don't want to damage that inner edge of the paint because it's going to stand out like a sore thumb if you go rushing in there and digging away at it. So lay your microfiber towel there and just sneak the tool under there and gently tease the badge off. Just take your time. The next way is we can use some dental floss, because this stuff is reasonably strong. What you can do is just feed it behind the badge there and then just pull away at it, and that'll just slowly pull the badge away. And using dental floss, you're not going to damage the paint whatsoever. But to be honest, most of the time you don't really need to mess around with any tools, anything like that. If you're lucky, you can normally just get your fingernails under the edge of the badge there. Take your time, and eventually, slowly, that will just come away. And this is the way I normally do it. There we go, easy as that. So now we're left with all this muck and dirt behind where the badge sits, so we'll make sure we give that a good clean before we fit our new badge. A few squirts of quick detailer. Now it's time for our new badge. We're just going to locate the pins into the two openings there. Already got the rubber grommets there from the previous badge. Oh yes. Yes. Now how satisfying is that job? That looks so nice now. Look at that compared to the previous one. Much better. Alright, so next up, let's get this M5 badge replaced on the rear here. Now before I get too carried away, I just want to double check the position of the current badge we've got here against the factory measurements. Now I'll leave a picture of the factory measurements up on the screen for you guys now, so you can take some notes. So from the factory, we should be looking at 24mm from the bottom edge of the badge to this groove here. And then from the edge of the 5 here, if you go straight across to the edge of the curve here, if you just draw a straight line there, it should be 33mm from the edge to edge. Now strangely, this is about 36mm. I'm not sure what's going on there, whether that's how it was placed at the factory, they weren't too accurate with it, or whether this has been replaced since it left the factory. So I'm in two minds whether to go 33 or just put it back to where this current one is at 36. We'll have a think about that. But anyhow, the next step, we need to get this old badge removed. So what we're going to use is some dental floss. So basically, this badge is stuck on by a thin sticky foam pad, and what we're going to do is use the dental floss to basically saw through it, because the dental floss is pretty strong, and eventually this will just peel away, but we will be left with an old sticky foamy torn residue. So now that we have the badges removed, you can see we're left with the remnants of this old sticky backing foam. So we need to get this removed now, and it can be quite difficult to get rid of because it kind of dries, goes hard over time. So what we're going to use is a plastic scraper, one of these with the plastic razor blade. Now we're using this rather than a real metal blade because we don't want to cause any damage to the paint behind there. So just going to slowly go across and tease this away until we've got rid of all the old foam. So what I'm doing here is, now that I've got rid of all the foam, there's this slight, ever so thin layer of glue residue that's left. So I'm just going to use some cutting compound to get the last of that off there. It's just too thin to get with the scraper, so we'll just keep going at it with the cutting compound until it's all disappeared. Oh, we're nearly there, just a little bit left. Alright, so there we go, we've got rid of all that old glue residue now. It's nice and smooth, it's completely disappeared now, so it does take a little bit of work that, but just go gently with the old scraper and then, like I say, finish it off with some cutting compound if you have to, just to get that final layer of adhesive away from there. Now what you might find, even with a plastic scraper, you might just leave some ever so light scratches in the paintwork, or you might mar it slightly. So what we're going to do next is just go across, give it a real good going over with the cutting compound, and then to finish it off I'm going to go over and just polish it so that surface is just nice and smooth and shiny before we put that new badge on there, because like I say, you've probably caused a little bit of superficial damage just getting the old badge off, and that badge has been on there a long time, so you'll find that the paint might have deteriorated between the letters, between the edges, where you can't get at it. Give it a good wash or a good clean, so we'll make that perfect before we stick the new badge on. Alright, so we'll start off with the cutting compound first. And now that I've been over it with the cutting compound, next up I'll go over it with the polish just to finish it off. Okay, so look at that, we've got a nice smooth polished surface now for our new M5 badge, but before we go sticking the new badge on, the final step I'm going to take is just go over this with some panel wipe, just to get rid of any residual old wax that might be remaining on the paintwork, and especially the cutting compound and the polish we've just put on there, just so it's perfectly clean, so that new badge will stick properly. So that's all the cleanup done now, and we're ready to stick the new badge on. So to be able to get this position just right, what we're going to do is run a strip of masking tape just across the bottom there, and we're going to measure that 24mm from the bottom edge of this seam here to the top of the tape, and then that'll give us our level where to stick the badge. Now, although the measurement from the edge here to the edge of the 5 is supposed to be 33mm according to the factory measurements, I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera there, but you can see where this old badge has been. It has left a small edge just around the outside there where the badge was, so I think I'm going to go for the 36mm just to cover that up. If I put it in a factory position, and you're going to see that mark there, so I think what we'll do is just put the new badge exactly where the old one was. Right, so now I've got my masking tape in position there, so I've got the 24mm measurement from the edge here to the top edge of the masking tape there. I've also got my little pen mark there where I want the edge of the 5 to go from that distance there. So this will allow us to get the M5 badge positioned perfectly. And now for the satisfying bit. We'll just double check our measurements here. 24mm, 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 and 36. And there we go, that's the M5 badge replaced, and it looks a million times better. I'm so glad I got that changed out in the end. Perfect. Alright, so now moving on to the wheel badges here. We'll get these ones popped out. Now, normally you'd want to remove the wheels and then pop these out from the back, but we're going to cheat a little bit today. We're going to use a plastic pry tool. We're going to use one of these rather than a screwdriver so we don't damage the paint on the wheels here. So we'll just start out by pulling the edge of the badge out of the wheel. There we go. Then we've got our shiny new one here. I'll get this one unwrapped. Oh, look at that. And if we compare it to the old one, this is the old style one, and it has this like rubberized grey edge on it, and these do seem to fade and look pretty crappy over time, so I've gone for this one where the badge goes right the way to the edge. It looks so much better. So this is the newer type. We're going to do away with this crappy looking old one. Now, very important when you come to fit the new badges, unlike the one that was there previously, what we want to do is line it up with the M badge there, so it's all in alignment. This is a real big pet hate of mine when you see the badges crooked. It's such a simple, easy job just to line that up properly, and when it's all to one side, it just doesn't look right. So we're going to make sure everything's all in alignment, all correct with the universe with this one. Now that looks a million times better than the old one. So what we'll do now is move on to the other three. Alright, so that's all the wheel badges sorted. Now, as with all the badges we're doing today, it is worth going for the genuine BMW ones. There's plenty of aftermarket options out there, but it's worth spending that bit of extra money on the genuine ones because they last so much longer. You'll find that the cheap eBay specials, they'll just fade and deteriorate pretty quickly over time. So do the job properly, get the decent ones, and it'll look so much better, and it's going to last a lot longer. Alright guys, so there we have it. That's the badges replaced on the M5. What more do you want from me? And yeah, I know we didn't get that one replaced on the boot lid there because it didn't need doing, but it's pretty much the same procedure to get it replaced as the one on the bonnet, so it's not a big deal. But I'm really pleased with the way that this turned out. It's given the car just a subtle lift, just breathe some life back into it again. And to be honest, the car's almost unrecognisable from the rear. It doesn't feel like mine when I look at that bright coloured M5 badge on the boot lid now. I'm so used to seeing them faded out badges. And yeah, the patina did kind of look cool on the old badges, but I'm really pleased I got this job done in the end. So let me know what you guys reckon in the comments below. Now if you found the video interesting or useful, don't forget to give it a like, and make sure you go and check out the rest of my YouTube channel for more BMW E60 M5 content. Consider subscribing if that's your cup of tea. I'm M Tech Guy. Thanks a lot for watching.